These are Washington cold cases for 2000 through 2007. Before we go over the cold cases, please make sure that you're following the channel. You give this video a like and you share it out. It not only helps the channel, but it helps spread awareness on these cases. Also, please forgive me for any names that I may mispronounce. Tina Denman was last seen in Lakewood, Washington on June 5th, 2000. She was 15 years old. She would now be 40. She was 5'5" and weighed 100 pounds with brown hair. She had one blue eye and one brown eye. Any information, call 253-298-4722. Jennifer Enart was last seen in Tacoma, Washington on September 21st, 2000. She was 16 years old. She would now be 41. She was 5'3", weighed between 120 and 130 pounds. She had blonde hair and blue eyes. Any information, call 253-798-4721. Jose Garcia was last seen in Longview, Washington on April 19th, 2001. He was 1 year old. He would now be 25. He was 3'6" and weighed 30 pounds with black hair and brown eyes. Any information, call 360-577-3157. Sophia Orez was last seen in Kennewick, Washington on February 4th, 2003. She was 4 years old. She would now be 27. She was 3 foot, weighed 33 pounds with black hair and brown eyes. Any information, call 509-585-4208. Shelby Wright was last seen in Sonoma, Washington on July 26, 2004. He was 14 years old. He would now be 34. He was between 5'4" and 5'5". He weighed between 140 and 150 pounds. He had brown hair and gray eyes. Any information, call 425-388-3523. Richard Haynes was last seen in Catayas, Washington on September 12, 2004. He was 11 years old. He would now be 31. He was between 5 foot and 5'1" and weighed 90 pounds with brown hair and blue eyes. Any information, call 425-388-3523. Joseph Pitchler was last seen in Bremerton, Washington on January 5, 2006. He was 19 years old. He would now be 39. He was 6'2" and weighed 170 pounds with brown hair and hazel eyes. Any information, call 360-473-5228. Kalita White was last seen in Tukwila, Washington on August 22, 2006. She was 18 years old. She would now be 36. She was 5'1" and weighed between 83 and 100 pounds with black hair and brown eyes. Any information, call 253-931-3080. Joshua Feeback was last seen in Mount Vernon, Washington on July 7, 2007. He was 15 years old. He would now be 33. He was 6'3", weighed 150 pounds with brown hair and blue eyes. Any information, call 360-336-9450. Angel Wilson was last seen in Spokane, Washington on August 10, 2007. She was 17 years old. She would now be 34. She was 5'6" and weighed 100 pounds with blonde hair and blue eyes. Any information, call 509-456-2233. Joseph Frazier was last seen in Tukwila, Washington on October 24, 2007. He was 17 years old. He would now be 35. He was 5'6" and weighed 135 pounds with black hair and brown eyes. Any information, call 206-433-1808. Danica Childs was last seen in Federal Way, Washington on December 21, 2007. She was 17 years old. She would now be 34. She was between 5'2" and 5'3". She weighed between 80 and 100 pounds with brown hair and brown eyes. Any information, call 253-835-6856. If you have any information on any of these missing persons, please call the number listed with their case.